Boom shakalaka, what is going on everybody? Randall here from Crypto Love. I don't know why sometimes I stare at the microphone instead of the computer. It doesn't make sense to me. But we are here today. We have got some stuff to talk about. What is going on with Bitcoin? When is it going to finally come back? Because I know a lot of people are asking that question. Also, we're talking about the Gemini dollar. Is this just another Ripple? Another EOS? Oh my goodness. And are DEXs the future? Now, if you take a look behind me, everything is red. We are starting off the week with a lot of stuff going down. But before we get started, guys, just wanted to say thank you to everyone subscribing, hitting that notifications bell. Thank you to everyone nuking the shit out of the like button. And if you guys want to find out how to win one of these shirts, make sure you comment on this video and every other video to enter for your chance to win. Plus, pause the video, read the disclaimer. Don't be a retard. Nothing against retards, just, don't be stupid, naive, all that stuff. All that mumbo jumbo. Now, today, market cap was approaching $200 billion, now dropping back down. Bitcoin dominance always going up, 55.8%. Overall today, we have Bitcoin at 6284 right now, Ethereum at 207. So Ethereum dipped down. It was down 180, 185, something like that. People were fudding all over Ethereum, now bounced back up over 200. XRP at 27 cents, Bcash at 423, and EOS at 497. Now, taking a look at things, boom, PumaPay up 335%. Why were you not in on that trade? I don't know, probably because it's a pump and dump. Probably. But Aurora up, Funfair up, Tezos up. What's the big losers for today? Mixin Hollow and Dentacoin. Dentacoin, geez, why is that one down? That's such an awesome thing. So awesome. Now, taking a look at what's been going on with Bitcoin. Check this out. So we had the last drop, and then boom, went all the way back up, found resistance at the 38.2% Fibonacci line. Guys, this stuff is crazy how simple it is. Technical analysis. It's crazy. It's just like Elliott waves, stuff like that. Just works. And it looked like we were finding some support starting to begin a channel going up. However, today, boom, price dropping down. Now, taking a look at things, it looks like we have been finding a little bit of a bottom. Okay, if we take a look here, this seems to be a bottom that we're not breaking. However, the tops keep coming down and down and down. Now, hopefully what happens is not, hopefully this former support around the 6,000 does not become future resistance. Let's hope. We hope that doesn't swap. But, it does seem like we're starting to find a bottom. We are in a long-term bear market, potentially. Charlie Lee said 2 years back when he sold all of his Litecoin at $250. So, it could be happening. We'll talk about some things to help deal with a bear market towards the end of this episode. But I've been monitoring the MACD. There was almost a MACD crossover, almost very much until we have this big red candle, no MACD crossover, not going back to Bitcoin from a stable token. All right. So, in the news today, yes, that's right. With over $2.4 trillion sent in 2018, hashtag Bitcoin now processes more transaction value than Visa. Awesome. $1.3 trillion per year for Visa, $2.4 trillion for Bitcoin, bigger than Visa. Despite the recent bear market, over $200 billion in value is sent per month using Bitcoin. People still using Bitcoin. I myself am starting to use Bitcoin a lot more. I got inspired by Ken Bozak. All he does is use Bitcoin, and I said, hey, I need to be doing this too. I'm supposed to be an example, kind of. I mean, a lot of people are growing beards because I grow a beard. So, if I start using Bitcoin a lot more, a lot of other people start using Bitcoin. Everybody wants $50,000 Bitcoin. Everybody wants mass adoption. Well, it starts with ourselves. So I'm going to start doing that. I'll tell you my journey. I'll share my journey, and then maybe you can choose to do the same thing as me. Maybe. Big news today. Economist 2020 will be worse than 2008 recession. Institutions will favor Bitcoin. That's right. Nouriel Roubini thinks that 2020 is going to be horrible and the economy's overheating. Banks are going to go crazy. It's going to be a huge financial collapse. And even this book that I have right here, this Elliott Wave book here, this was printed a long time ago, but this one predicts 2021 as a large economic crash. So it could happen. And guess what? When people can't trust their government, when they can't trust their money, when they can't trust banks, where do they go? Bitcoin. So John McAfee may not have to suck his own dick. How about that? However, other people seem to think, this guy Geoffrey Caveney thinks Bitcoin may fall below $1,000 in 2019. You know, he said if the price of an asset can rise from $1,700 to $1,900 in a year, then it's definitely possible for it to fall below $1,000, even saying it could reach 1 cent. 1 cent, I think that's kind of pushing it. $1,000, I don't know. Here's the thing. Nobody can predict the price. If people could predict the price, they'd be winners all the time. No one can predict the price. Nobody knows if it's going up, down, sideways, whichever way. But what I will tell you is that, you know, Bitcoin has a fixed cost associated with creating Bitcoin. Now, if the price just stays around that fixed cost because that's what we all think the price should be, you know, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. But it may. It seems like over the past 8 months, it seems like we have found a bottom there. I'll just show you guys. You see how bounce, 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 bounce. Sounds like a song with like a rap song with lots of butts bouncing. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Okay. And we're moving on. And we're moving on. Talking about not being able to trust banks, turns out Netherlands' largest bank is charged with money laundering. Hey, guess what? Turns out people don't launder money with Bitcoin as much as just regular cash money, like banks and stuff. Well, ING is charged with money laundering, and the bank has to pay a massive amount of $900 million fine for damages of the act. Now, they were saying it was impossible to identify said transactions, and there was an enormous amount of money. They couldn't do anything with it, but they failed to take actions to prevent it. That way, they're charged with money laundering. Crazy. Now let's go on to some good news. Now we're talking about adoption. We're talking about people getting people involved in the market. Well, Coinbase is doing that. I mean, the last time there was a bear market, they built up their whole infrastructure so when there was a bull market, they could take advantage of it, which they very clearly did. Well, guess what? Coinbase is doing it again. They're recruiting more. They're expanding more in this bear market. For the next bull market, they're going to crush it. Also, Morgan Stanley. They're getting involved. Now, we know a whole bunch of institutions, banks, things like that are kind of standing on the sidelines waiting for regulations. They don't want to overstep their bounds. They're afraid of the SEC, yada, yada, yada. Who's going to make the first move? Morgan Stanley, they're said to launch Bitcoin swap trading. Now, are those ETFs? But they are a derivative. Swaps are a type of derivative. Basically what it is, it's a derivative tied to the prices of Bitcoin. So a derivative is money created out of air tied to the price of Bitcoin. It allows market participants to take a short or long position on trades, and the Morgan Stanley will be charging a spread for each transaction. So obviously, they're doing it to make money. A couple other pieces of news. How about this one, guys? So a lot of people ask me if I like EOS, and for the most part, there are a few reasons why I don't. One, potentially the $4 billion securities fraud by Block 1. Two is it's very expensive for developers to maintain dApps. It's like $3 per dApp user, which can get pretty darn pricey. And then also, EOS, what was it? Oh yeah, they can freeze the accounts. They can take money back. Well, it turns out they've done that. So EOS startup uses Backdoor to access user wallets. That's right. Tribe, which is a new dApp, they attracted negative attention when they went into the wallets of more than 100 accounts because they had an airdrop. All right, they accidentally airdropped 8,000 Tribe tokens without notifying the users beforehand. They went into their accounts and took it without even notifying them. So, you know, with blockchain, we're supposed to have this immutable ledger, stuff that happens that cannot be undone. It's different than everything that we've had before, but that's what makes it unique. If you make a mistake, you make a mistake and move on. However, with EOS, one of the things is they can just go back, they can take money out of your wallets. Kind of reminds me of things like Ripple, where they can just freeze accounts and do stuff like this. Now, this is an article or a video. Can Ripple hit $589 this year? Not unless someone can't do math. That would be a 2,000x on Ripple this year alone. Is that possible? Yikes. They think that after the launch of XRapid, something that doesn't use Ripple at all, the price of Ripple will go to $589. Is that possible? Nah, I don't think so. But this is the article I wanted to get to today. Gemini dollar code review reveals the stablecoin's accounts can be frozen. So, Gemini dollar just came out. People thought, is this going to crush Tether? Gemini dollar is associated with Gemini Exchange, the Winklevoss twins exchange. And is this going to take over Tether? Well, you know, people can't trust Tether because of all like the Bitfinex fraud, scam, allegation. I don't know what you want to call it. And also, do they actually have the money to back it? But we thought, hey, Gemini dollar, it's kind of like regulated. It'll be done. However, with the regulation comes a whole bunch of things. Like, for instance, they can completely freeze your accounts. Like, for instance, they can make all tokens non-transferable. Like, for instance, you know what? We just don't want to exchange your tokens for dollars anymore. Like, for instance, they can create an infinite amount of tokens. So they have a few things there that they're doing that kind of, I don't know. You got to make up your mind whether you trust this or not. They are the first kind of regulated stablecoin. Everybody's trying to make a new stablecoin, but you know, they can lock up your accounts. They can refuse to give you dollars for your Gemini dollars, and they can create an infinite amount. So, you know, got to wonder what's going on with that. Now, in the news today, John McAfee says decentralized exchanges will trigger the largest economic boom in history. We've been talking about DEXs for a while. Well, McAfee, he thinks that they will create the largest economic boom in history because he says decentralized exchanges, when fully functional, will mark the end of any potential control by governments and will be the beginning of the largest economic boom in history. He thinks that centralized exchanges are soon going to go extinct. Once decentralized exchanges come out, governments will no longer be able to control us. We'll be able to do all the types of things like this. We'll kind of have to see. But another thing that I want to talk about is, another reason I brought this up is because today at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, we will be having a talk with a couple large decentralized exchanges, Backdoor and IDEX, with myself, Crypto Crow, and Crypto Beatles. We'll be talking, we'll be asking them all of the hard questions. So if you have any questions you want us to ask them, you can definitely go ahead and post them in the comments or somewhere else. We will go ahead and ask them, and make sure you stop by for that, because we will see if they are going to be the largest economic boom in history. Now, that's it for the news today. We have a shirt to give away. Before we do, guys, just wanted to say I'm starting the newsletter again. So if you want to get it on the newsletter where you can get the news to your email inbox, head over to crypto-love.com. You can sign up for the newsletter. Also enter to win a Ledger Nano S cold storage device. Also made a video about bear markets, a couple things to do in bear markets to kind of stay involved. One is mining, two is trading. Well, guys, Honey Miner has a push button mining solution that's pretty badass. I met with a team in Chicago, very cool people, and I mean, personally, I've been waiting for a push button solution. I'm building up a part gaming, part mining computer to do this. It's available for Windows now, coming soon for Apple and or for Mac OS, and also for Linux. But basically, you sign up, you push a button, and you start earning Bitcoin mining using GPU. It can even use a CPU. Generally makes like a couple dollars, or $15 to $80 per GPU per month. So that stuff, check it out, honeyminer.com. I will make an affiliate link soon and post it down below. But right now, you just have to go to the website and sign up. Also, guys, if you or anyone else wants to get seen on a NASCAR, contact Crypto Rusty. Go to cryptorusty.com. And lastly, I've been having fun trading with signal profits. Even though the rest of the markets are kind of going down, most of these trading signals are going up, averaging like 15 to 18% on most trades, but anywhere from 10 to 60%. Some have gone up a little bit, some go down and then trigger a stop loss and we're out of the trade, but whatever. I've been having fun with it. There is a link down in the descriptions. It is an affiliate link. It helps out me make this content for you for free, not put ads in front of the stuff. And it's only $7 for a 2-week free trial, so go ahead and check that out. Now, let's get you a shirt. All right? We had, since Friday, we had news, the bear market survival guide, and a panel that I was on at Litecoin Summit, all about adoption, all about getting Bitcoin to be those high prices that we want. Check out that video if you haven't seen it yet. So 3 videos. Who's going to win? Number 3. Ooh, somebody who watched the Litecoin Summit video. Yep. And yeah, I do apologize about the video quality of that video. The video quality is not good, but the actual content quality is priceless. So check it out. 42 comments. And let's do it. Crypto on acid. Hey Randall, what do you think of TokenPay Gig? I actually don't think anything of TokenPay Gig. I have not done any research into TokenPay Gig. I'm sorry, there's like 1,900 cryptocurrencies to take a look at. But I'll be having some live streams soon. If you want to stop by a live stream, I could probably take a look at it there. Crypto on Acid, congratulations, you have won a t-shirt. So email me at the email on the About page of YouTube, and you will get a t-shirt sent to you anywhere in the world. As for the rest of you, thank you so much for watching. Guys, remember, 6 p.m. Eastern Time tonight, stop back. There is a pretty badass debate with Bankor, IDEX, myself, Beatles, Crow, and Zimbek. All right, peace.